happens, we just hang out we are late to our live. People watching this after it airs, welcome back to episode 2 of day 2 of our 25 Days Lives. We are currently asleep. Slippery. These lovely Christmas songs in the background. If my page.
But there are other songs that are not copyrighted.
But yep, songs are copyright. I didn't get copyrighted for the advent calendar. I thought I did. But we're gonna give it a couple minutes, and hopefully somebody will jump on and say hi. If not, I don't blame you. We were 15 minutes late. I just got out of work a half hour ago. Had to get a couple things done. But for now, we're just hanging out. We do a half hour of this. Hopefully we get somebody to jump on and say hi. But if not, people are watching this afterwards. Happy holidays. We will do a story out of the advent calendar. Probably in just a couple minutes here. But until then, guess you do kind of like a get to know you type of deal. Just kind of get to know people behind the Battlebus-X. So if you don't already know, I'm Cam. That's Nikki. She works at a convenience store, and I am a cook. And doing what I can on the bus when I can with the money that I have, which isn't a whole lot. Hopefully one day we'll be able to just do straight lives living on the bus, just day-to-day stuff. But for now, I got to put in the work and do 45 hours a week here. And we got some people on. What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining in. We were late today on our live, about 50 minutes late. We were supposed to go off at 8:15, but we didn't. If you missed the beginning, after this download, you can rewatch it. We kind of gave an update on just how things are and what this episode is going to entail. Appreciate the like. Has anybody got it? What they're doing for Christmas? I'd love to. What's going on? Girly weight? If I said that wrong, sorry. I have like a 3rd grade reading ability. Pretty sure it says girly weight. But what's going on? Happy holidays. It's officially. Can I play Fortnite? I can. My nephews are really good at Fortnite.
Yeah, my son plays it.
If you wanna free will it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
We're definitely going to do more. We're just starting, so it's going to be a growth thing. Hopefully looking back on everything. Cruise Haven 2984, what's going on, buddy?
Hey.
Happy holidays. Hope you're having a good day. I just got out of work. But, you guys wish you had someone to play Fortnite with. Like I said, buddy, subscribe to my page, and I'm going to get back with you. I'll shoot you my nephews. My nephews play all the time, like non-stop. I play a little bit, but if you play at all, you probably destroy me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that great at that. I'm good at Madden. If you get down with Madden, we can definitely play some Madden. I do plan on, once the bus is fully done and the Battlebus-X is fully mobile and I'm living in it, I do plan on doing streams though, like video game streaming, probably on Twitch. Dark Lion 2411, I got you, buddy. I definitely will. I'll tell him to add you. He'll probably know, not for nothing, he probably won't be up by the time I get home. I got 4 nephews. One's in college, one's in like high school, and then the 2 little ones are like still in like the elementary. So they still got a bedtime. But my nephew cooks on Fortnite. Really does. He's been playing since basically it came out, so he's pretty good though. But I'll give him your name for sure. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all coming in tonight. I know you guys have probably got holiday stuff going on of your own. Probably have busy time of the year for everybody. But the fact that some of you can drop on here and kind of hang out with us for a little while. Once again, it's only gonna be a half-hour lives because I'm not trying to take up your whole night. But it will be 24. We got 24 after today. We'll have 23 more days of lives leading up to a Christmas special that'll be done on the Battlebus-X. We'll do something fun. I'm not sure what yet. If you have any ideas, something you want to see, something, whatever, you can leave it in the comments because we're definitely taking into consideration. So I was just looking for something to do, something the fans want to see. All right. I'll definitely let him know. He's definitely up for a challenge. He's a very competitive little kid. He's definitely up for a challenge. But I definitely let him know. I got you, Dark Lion 2411. I got you, buddy.
Yeah, I think when it gets closer to like the 12 days of Christmas, we found some things to do, like trivia games and some other fun ideas.
But like I said, since we got some people, at least some people, we're gonna jump in and do a. So this is the Advent calendar. It's 25 days. It's just a little Christmas like Disney.
24.
Well, we're at 24 now, but it's just a little Disney. For some reason, every time we drop the Advent calendar, people drop off like flies. It's crazy. But it's alright. We're still gonna go ahead and do it anyway. So we did do day one yesterday. Let's put it this way. Day one was yesterday, December 1st. You can watch that video if you want to see what the story was. The video from yesterday is uploaded now. So if you want to catch that, you can jump on and catch it.
I can't wait to.
All right, I got you, but I'm definitely gonna let them know that you want to challenge them. But we're gonna jump right in, and we're gonna do day 2, which is right here. We're gonna pull this out. She's gonna read because, like I said, I have like a 3rd grade reading ability, and you guys. I'm trying to just see what he says before we jump into this. Like I said, I definitely got you. I'll definitely let him know. 100%. But this one, the story for today is Pinocchio. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Pinocchio, but he's a wooden boy that lies and his nose grows. But like I said, these are relatively long stories, so buckle up, sit down, grab some popcorn and try to enjoy a reading from us because once again, we're not good readers. But it should be fun. We're gonna do Pinocchio. If you want, I'll start just so you guys can see how bad it can get. But once upon a time in a quaint little village, a beautiful wishing star shone brightly in the evening sky. A cricket named Jiminy spotted a lighted window and went outside. Jiminy Cricket looked around, amazed. He had stumbled on a woodcarver's shop full of fantastic clocks, cute little music boxes, and shelf after shelf of toys. The shop belonged to a kind old man called Geppetto. So there are little pictures. Once again, this is probably more for like kids, like if you have like a little child to read to them. But we thought it'd be all right. Now I'm gonna switch over to her because I'm just gonna make a fool of myself. I'd rather not. So Nikki's gonna read now. We'll even turn the camera over towards her. You get a better view of her reading.
Okay. Alright, Jiminy watched as Geppetto. No. What is it? Geppetto.
Hi, Stacy Toys, Staley 3260.
You should. What is that? Oh, Geppetto. Oh, okay. Alright, anywho. Jiminy watched as Geppetto took his paintbrush and carefully painted eyebrows and a mouth onto a small wooden puppet. What is it?
Where you at? Figaro.
Oh, okay.
His cat.
Oh, I don't know.
Figaro,
his cat, and Cleo, his goldfish, watched as he worked. I have just the name for you, Geppetto said when he finished. Pinocchio. He took Pinocchio on a little walk around his shop, balancing the puppet on his strings.
Happy holidays. Thanks for watching. Yeah, me neither.
Later, Geppetto and Figaro climbed into bed. Geppetto gazed out of the window, looking up at the sky. "It's the wishing star," he cried. Then he made a wish. As Geppetto slept, he dreamed about his wish for Pinocchio to become a real boy. Suddenly, a brilliant light filled Geppetto's room. It sparkled and grew into the beautiful blue fairy. She was there to grant Geppetto's wish. Oh, should I like halfway through?
Yeah, so like I said, there's some pictures.
Really tiny.
Really
writing.
small writing and really small pictures. They're tiny little books.
She waved her magic wand over Pinocchio, and he became alive. The fairy explained that to be a real boy, he must prove himself, and that he must let his conscience be his guide. And with a little coaxing from the blue fairy, Jiminy Cricket agreed to be his conscience. Then she was gone. Geppetto, hearing strange noises, jumped out of his bed. He was overjoyed to see Pinocchio was moving on his own. Geppetto lifted him into the air and hugged him. The next morning, Geppetto explained how Pinocchio should go to school like all the other
children. Have a good
children.
night. Happy holidays. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be here tomorrow at 8:15.
Hoping to make Geppetto proud, Pinocchio hurried off. He didn't realize two sneaky-looking characters called Honest John and Gideon were watching him. "A live puppet with no strings," Honest John exclaimed. "We can sell him to Stromboli, the puppeteer." John tripped Pinocchio with his cane, then introduced himself to Gideon. I love that name.
Gideon?
Yeah, that is such a cool name. Honest John convinced Pinocchio that school was a waste of time. "Come with us," he coaxed. "We'll make you a star." Oh, that sounds like my child. School's a waste of time. Back at Geppetto's workshop, Jiminy Cricket hurried into his coat and hat and ran out of the door to follow Pinocchio to school. He saw Honest John, Gideon, and Pinocchio heading down the street in the wrong direction. I guess I'll show you after that.
Shout out to the one person still watching. Good for you. You made it.
Honest John led Pinocchio right into Stromboli's greedy hands. That night, Pinocchio made his stage debut.
Debut.
Oh.
Debut.
And
Debois.
The crowd applauded wildly and threw gold coins at Pinocchio's feet. Pinocchio loved all the attention, and Stromboli loved all the money the little puppet had made him. Pinocchio wanted to tell Geppetto all about his new career, but Stromboli threw him in a cage and locked the door. Oh, poor guy.
So Pinocchio just got kidnapped by John and the other guy, and he's being used as like a freak show type of prop.
Jiminy sneaked into Stromboli's wagon. As Jiminy was trying to free Pinocchio, the blue fairy appeared. When she asked Pinocchio why he hadn't gone to school, he lied to her. Pinocchio's nose grew each time he told a lie. Eventually, Pinocchio promised that he would never lie again. The blue fairy agreed to give him another chance and to set him free, before disappearing once more. Jiminy and Pinocchio ran home as fast as they could. They didn't know Geppetto had been out all night looking for Pinocchio. In a nearby tavern, Honest John and Gideon were meeting with a dastardly coachman who had an evil scheme to lure boys to Pleasure Island. The coachman promised them lots of money if they helped. Huh?
It's Epstein.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's very freaking weird.
Disney.
Where are their minds at? Soon, Honest John and Gideon were back on the streets where they spotted Pinocchio. Honest John convinced the little puppet that he needed some rest and relaxation on Pleasure Island. They told Pinocchio all about the wonders of Pleasure Island. Games, toys, candy, rides, and it was all free. Poor Jiminy tried to catch up with them, but again, it was no use. Outside the village, Honest John turned Pinocchio over to the coachman. Pinocchio climbed aboard a stagecoach filled with boys. The coachman cracked his whip and off they went to Pleasure Island. The stagecoach raced through the countryside, pulled by several scared-looking donkeys. On Pleasure Island, there were fairground rides, lots of treats, and no grown-ups to tell them what to do. The boys could be as naughty as they liked. This is a kid's book? Oh my god. I really gotta brush up on the Disney.
What pages is this?
Too many.
Is it really?
I don't know, there's like, it's quite a bit. Alright. Pinocchio soon made friends with a boy named Lampwick. While Pinocchio was busy getting up to mischief with Lampwick, Jiminy Cricket explored the island. He came upon the coachman giving orders to his men. Shut the doors and lock them tight. Jiminy knew he had to find Pinocchio right away. He found Pinocchio and Lampwick playing pool. Is this little... No, that's Jiminy, right?
Mm.
You're coming home... No. No. You're coming right home with me, Jiminy cried. Lampwick laughed. Poor Pinocchio was caught between his new friend and his conscience. On his way back out, Jiminy saw the coachman and his men putting donkeys in crates. You boys will bring me a nice prize, the coachman said, smiling. Jiminy realized that the donkeys were actually the boys of Pleasure Island. Jiminy hurried to warn Pinocchio, but it was too late. Lampwick had already changed into a donkey and was charging around in fear. Poor Pinocchio stared in horror as he sprouted his own set of donkey ears and a tail. We've got to get out of here, yelled Jiminy. Pinocchio and Jiminy Cricket raced across the island, climbed up the cliff rocks, and jumped into the sea. Exhausted, they headed for home, but when they arrived, Geppetto was nowhere to be found. A dove flying overhead dropped a letter for Pinocchio that said Geppetto had gone looking for Pinocchio and had been swallowed by a whale named Monstro. Pinocchio and Jiminy headed back to the open sea. Dun, dun, dun. Pinocchio spotted Monstro just as the monster was waking up. Meanwhile, deep inside Monstro's belly, Geppetto was hoping for a miracle. There wasn't a fish left, he explained. Two poor, starving Figaro. How do you say this again? Figaro and Cleo. If the monster doesn't wake up soon, I'm afraid we're done for. Suddenly, Monstro started to swim. He was ready for lunch and opened his gigantic jaws, sucking in an entire school of fish. Pinocchio was swallowed up, too. When he reached the whale's belly, Pinocchio found himself in the arms of a very happy Geppetto. Now they had to work out how to escape. Then Pinocchio had an idea. He began chopping up furniture he had made a fire. Monstro soon felt the fire up in his belly. Inside, everyone quickly jumped onto a raft that Geppetto had built and paddled towards the whale's throat. When Monstro let out an enormous sneeze, he blew the raft out to sea. Monstro was furious. He chased Pinocchio and Geppetto. When he reached the raft, he smashed into pieces with his tail. Pinocchio, holding on to Geppetto, swam with all his might. Bravely, he managed to lead Monstro into a collision with the rocks. Oh. They've washed ashore. Pinocchio had made sure that Geppetto got safely to shore. Geppetto came to and saw Cleo in her bowl. Figaro. Lying safely on the shore beside him. But when Geppetto looked around for his little son, he found him lying face down in the water. Geppetto gently picked Pinocchio up and carried him home. Oh no! Once inside, Geppetto laid Pinocchio on his bed and knelt beside him, wishing with all his heart for Pinocchio to wake up. Suddenly, the blue fairy appeared. She waved her wand over Pinocchio, saying, "You have proven yourself brave, truthful, and unselfish. Now you will become a real boy." The lifeless wooden boy was suddenly transformed into a real-life boy. Geppetto was so happy that his wish had finally come true. He wound his music boxes, and everyone began to dance. What a celebration they all had. The end.
Alright, so Pinocchio turned into a real boy.
I don't remember that being the whole thing.
He's no longer a wooden puppet.
I thought it was just about him lying and his nose growing bigger.
But going forward, I think what we're gonna do, we're not gonna just read the whole story to you guys, because I realize that's actually kind of crazy. What we're gonna do instead, we're gonna read the story ahead of time, and then we'll show you what story it is, and then we're just gonna give a quick summary, because that reading just took us about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
so that's
a
crazy.
lot more
we're not gonna do that again to you guys.
Detailed than you would have thought.
I feel like we just put you through school.
Well,
and if we're gonna do that, we should do it early, because this time of the night for people on the East Coast, at least, definitely it's like bedtime. That's gonna put you to sleep. I saw someone in the comments, Stacy Toy Staley 3260. She went to bed on us. Well, I'm just gonna give a quick shout out to everybody that jumped in on the chat. Thank you, I appreciate it. So Lathan Blast, appreciate it. Stacy Toy Staley 3260, I appreciate it. Happy holidays. Cruise Haven 2984, I appreciate it. Auto Dex 2000, I appreciate it. Happy holidays. Girl you late. And everyone that pressed the like button, appreciate it too.
Thank you.
So unfortunately I can't just jam out to Christmas music right now because I get copyright.
Yeah, we gotta go figure out which songs are appropriate.
If anybody knows anybody good, like any good artists that are underground, no copyright shit, that wants a shout out, I'll happily play their music in the background and give a shout out, and we can ball out to some people that are coming up, kind of let everybody eat. But I guess everyone kind of fell out so far, so we're probably gonna call it a night too. Once again, subscribe, put on the notifications, because we're gonna be up every night from now until Christmas, 8:15 to about 8:45, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday will be about 6:30. Thank you all for showing up tonight. Appreciate you guys, and we will definitely catch you tomorrow.
Oh, I was gonna say we're still figuring this whole thing out, but we're gonna slowly get better each night.
Yeah, so any ideas, or if anybody has any like suggestions on something that would make this better or more entertaining for you guys as viewers or fans, definitely let us know. Drop in the comments, and we will definitely take it into consideration. If you want to shout out whatever, you're definitely all going on the bus already. I'm gonna put you all up on the bus. I'll tag you all. But
hopefully be patient, because it's been raining or it's snowing.
But you all will get a spot on the bus. If you are subscribed, I promise you, your handle on YouTube will go on the bus. 100%. That's no lie. I appreciate everybody for showing up. I appreciate everybody for the support. Once again, subscribe. You go on the bus. We'll be here for 23 more days. We're gonna do this all the way up to Christmas, and then the final finale on Battlebus-X, Christmas special edition. Good night, everybody.
Good night.